Hey girls and gays, welcome back to my channel. Here is another Fixed in 5. This one is one close to my heart because it's about Tinder and dating. So I feel like everybody needs this one, including myself. Hey girl, am I addicted to online dating? Good question. I keep deleting and reinstalling Tinder, Bumble, etc, etc, etc because I talk to guys who are clearly keeping me on a back burner. I go on dates and the guys are unimpressive and lackluster, but even then I can't help but continue using these apps. Me too, bitch. It's odd because I loathe dating and the digital economy of relationships. But I also don't want to be left out. But I also hate how much these apps and these men are wasting my time. Like JLo said, men under 30 are useless. Thank you for your submission. I relate on a spiritual level. I am a spokesperson for Tinder. I love conceptually. I think Tinder's wonderful. It really changed my life and made a huge impact on me, a positive one, when I started using it back in, I don't know when 2017 or whenever it came out in England. Tinder in England, I'll say that, specifically in London. That was an amazing experience. But after that, it's been, and that's not to say, that's actually another story. I'm not going to go into that now. But okay, I think you need to think about your why. Why are you on these dating apps? I think if you were in the 1800s, you would still be this person. You would still be going on dates with useless people, with clowns. You would still be ignoring red flags and compromising your standards and ending up disappointed. Even if you were in the Stone Ages, you would still go out with cavemen who were wasting your time. This has nothing to do with the apps themselves. Okay, no, it has some things to do with the apps. They are addictive. And there's a cool documentary on this. I'll link it below. But you need to ask yourself why. Instead of considering why the circumstances affect you, ask yourself, what is it about you that's like insistent on wasting your own time? I think when we are bored, when we don't respect our own time, when we don't respect our value as a person, we can often allow people in our space who do the same to us. And that's because we waste resources we don't respect. Like if you buy argan oil for your hair, you really don't waste any. Like you're really specific about how you use it. And that's because you invested. So if you feel your time is worth wasting, perhaps you haven't invested enough in yourself, or perhaps you don't value yourself. And so I think this says a lot about how you manage your own resources, i.e. how you manage yourself. Because quite simply, like, if you respected your own boundaries, if you admired your character and yourself, if you thought that it was a great honor to spend time with yourself, you wouldn't just let anybody spend time with you who's wasting your time. So I just think, consider that. Consider your self-esteem and your self-worth. I think these are tied into your habits. I also think, as I said before, I think serial dating can be symptomatic of being bored. And if you're bored, that's because you're bored. If you're bored, it's because you're not doing things that excite you and fulfill you. So I think you should look to your own life and think, outside of my 9 to 5 and work, what am I doing that's fun? Do I just go home and sleep? On my weekends recovering? I sleep all weekend because I'm so tired. Then I have no time to live. Am I populating my time with hobbies and things that excite me and people that love me and fulfill me? Am I reading things that rivet me? Am I doing work that pushes me and interests me and includes me? Because if you're doing all these things, you don't want to waste your time, and you don't have time for people to waste. So I think you should just consider all those things. I don't think it's the apps themselves. I don't know that you're addicted as much as your app behavior is symptomatic of bigger issues, which is you don't respect your time, you don't respect yourself, your life is boring because you haven't taken enough interest in your own life to populate it with things that are interesting to you. So that was me. That was like a bit of a semi-read, and I think I needed that. It's always good to reinforce. I don't date right now, at least. I'm not dating for all of 2019 because I'm now at a place where I really enjoy my life. I love all the things I do. I have so much to do, and often there's not enough time. And even with like my friends, I'm extremely picky with who I allow to see. If you're going to take an hour of my time, are you adding value? And I could only take the time to build up an interest in my own life by being alone. I could not be serial dating on Tinder and have the incredible self-esteem and confidence and appreciation of my life that I do now. It's very difficult when you're pouring into someone else to pour into yourself too. Which is why I would strongly suggest, before you have children, partners, before you create excuses to ignore your own life, which happen to often be children and partners, try, build, and curate a life that's actually fun instead of using those things as excuses, and then pouring into them because you're not pouring into you. Long-winded. Let me know in the comment section below, do you agree or disagree with this advice? Do you think serial dating is symptomatic of boredom, or is that a reach? Let me know what you think there. And if you have a dilemma you want me to discuss, please DM that to me on Instagram, and like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks.